It's me, DIY Bronwyn. Hello, how are you? I wanted to let you know that I had a friend of mine, a really close friend of mine. They died. I've only had her for a few years, but I loved her dearly. My beautiful iPad. She's broken. Motherfucking thing. Oh, all my shit's on here. Everything. Receipts, screenshots, life for like 5 years, 4 years, 3 or 4 years, well, roughly. I can't get it to turn on, and there's so much shit. I can't get certain things on my Android that I can get on my iPad. And this is such a pain in the ass. Why did they do this? How dare she die? She was beautiful. She had a little crack, but I mean, she was doing okay. I just don't know. I think she got too full. Maybe she's transgender. I don't fucking know. Okay, but yeah. But yeah, so there's that. So all I can do is hope that this Android takes all my stuff from now on. It makes me look good. Yeah. I don't know. But apparently this isn't going to happen. She's not turning on anymore. And that's that. So, yeah. But I just wanted to say, rest in peace, beautiful iPad. I shall miss you. Oh, dearly, dearly beloved. We are gathered here today to mourn the loss of Bronwyn's iPad. Should I start a GoFundMe? God, I loved my iPad though. It's just different. It's different than the Androids. It's different than the Samsungs. It's just different. Anybody that knows. If you know, you know. I've had an iPhone too, years and years ago, which I loved, and then did the same thing. Just died on me. I don't know how that happened when I left it out in the rain. Yeah, that's really what happened. I was so mad at myself. That was like 10 years ago now. Yeah, pretty much, because it was my son's girlfriend, who is Drayden's mom. She gave it to me, which was really cool. And oh crap, I'm low on my battery. I better plug it in. We're gonna flip and go anywhere. Okay, here we go. Ooh, gotta figure it out before it goes out on me. Okay, here we go. We're charging. I'm at 5%. Oh, that's stinky, isn't it? So I got all these really cool things like these that I want to do some interesting effects. I have like, you can see my walls, and I like to do this weird effect where I outline stuff. My mom used to do it, and I think we both like doing it because of the artist Emily Carr. Yeah, is that right? Yeah. She was in the Group of 7 or the Group of 6, and she made 7. I don't know, something like that. Sorry. Every time I talk, I get like scum on the side. Sorry, TMI, right? It's life. So, what do you guys think about this thing I talked to you about on the last video? I found out, like, I'm not even kidding, just this week, and I don't get out much, and I have YouTube only, or, well, it's not YouTube only, I have other, like, Tubi and other things I can use. But for news, I go to Sky News Australia, because love her, Rita Panahi. She's freaking amazing. I like Megyn Kelly too. I think she's on Fox though, and I'm, you know about them. They're a little mainstreamy. They're the kind of news station that says the same thing as every other news station, and you can tell because it sounds all the same. One of my favorites on here did a compilation where they showed all the different newscasts, and they recorded it, and they showed each and every one of them saying the exact same script, which to me was like, oh, what's going on there? They shouldn't. News should be unbiased. It should be the truth. That's it. That's all, and nothing but the truth. Okay, hold on. The dog's eating something. What you eating? What do you got? Oh, honey. Okay, hold on. I have to rescue the puppy. What are you doing? Oh, you can have that. That's okay. It sounds like something, but it's just her toy. It's got a water bottle inside of it. So when she crunches it, I'm thinking, what the hell is she eating? But it's a good toy. It's a really good toy. So, anywho. Yeah, so So he's going to sign us on to the World Health Organization, and I said that in my last video. But what that means is there will be no saying no. There will be no trucker mandate. There will be no nothing. They will just like hunt you down like fucking Nazi SS soldiers, and they will come and get you. And then put you in the what? Re-education camps? Sorry. I can't get this stoogin thing to sit properly. Okay, it's a bit better. I'm trying to like cover my... Okay, look, it's not that good. I look 30-ish, and then 40. Oh, 60 almost? 2 years. Yeah, well, I'm 57. It's 3 years until the 25th of May, and then I'm 2 years from being an old lady. My dad died at 60. I look at myself, I'm like, I don't want to die. I have so much projects I want to do, and I love talking and doing my channels. They're just so much fun. And I got this last time, guys, but isn't it gorgeous? I mean, I don't know. I loved my Dollar Tree haul. That was so much fun. I don't get out much. I walked there and back, so I was like, I got lots of exercise. It was very, very far. But yeah, I'm really worried because we don't get any notice about anything. And like I said, I go to different places for my news, and there's several people. There's also people who I love that are on here that'll tell you the truth, even if they get canned for it. One's Russell Brand, one's Alex Jones, one's Joe Rogan. Love, love, love them all. And for Russell Brand, hello, love. Always wanted to say that if I saw you. Hello, hello, hello. Anyways, so I'm concerned because what the fuck are we going to do? We're going to have to start our own colony of people that are unvaxxed, and then they're going to be like, we'll be the pariahs. Because like, what else is going to happen? Like, if we refuse, we're going to get put somewhere or under house arrest. But also, if this happens, it's going to happen soon. And then what are they going to do if I won't do it and I don't want to give it, to my grandson? What are we supposed to do? We go to a re-education camp, or we go someplace, right? Like, I don't know. But is there anything, like, I wonder if there's any way we can make our own plan and decide before something bad happens for a bunch of people that we love to get together and just say, we're going to head out and this is where we're going, and we're not telling anybody, and we're not going to make plans, known publicly or anything. Just make plans. And I think everybody should make a plan just in case shit hits the fan. I don't know what shit, I don't know what fan, but shit is going to hit a fan very, very soon. Last night I was on, I know I'm on YouTube all the time, but like that's where I watch a lot of stuff on there. And there was this one channel, and it was showing this earthquake grid of around the earth, and there was like so many, like there was like a bunch, like 20 on one side, 30 on the other side, bunch of sporadic ones around, and it was all happening at the same time. And it seemed like that'd be like Yellowstone Park going off. Like that could be an extinction event if it's really horrific. It could possibly. That's what they've said for years. Also, we're due for some sort of something. Big major explosion, cataclysm, whatever. One of them. But yeah, so, you know what, guys, though? I just try to keep an open mind, and, you never know what'll drop in. My mom had that on a sign when I was a kid. I love that sign. She probably, no, I don't know if she has that sign, or she gave it to me. And there's my puppy. Hello, Bubbles. Will you come up? You want to come up and say hi? Come up, honey. Come on, baby. Come here. Come here, see Mama. Oh, you gotta see my baby. Look at her. She keeps me young. Look at my baby. You gotta come. You gotta look at the camera. Hi, bunny. This is what they must be like wrangling kids on a set. Imagine that. We gotta get the kids to do something. They're not doing it. They're napping. They're busy. So I'm the other day, she's got something in her mouth, right? I'm like, what the heck has she got? Well, don't do that. No, you're not having the paintbrush or the pink. No, I know. She's hysterical. So she's got something in her mouth, and this is it. Well, didn't she just? I have to get the packaging. She had gone into my laundry room, and I had this. It was brand new in the package, and the little bugger, she chewed it out, and it's a blowout plug for my DeWalt air compressor that I've never used, never done it, because I thought it was a smaller version. It was good for blowing things up, like, you know, rafts and things like that. But it was my fault, so it's not like I can send it back because I'm an idiot and I bought the wrong thing. But I was thinking, you know, like for Father's Day or something, you know, maybe just have a raffle or something. And not a raffle, but like a, I don't know if I could afford to ship it to somebody else. That's the only thing. It's really, really heavy. They have to be like local. I have to put like local people who need a DeWalt compressor for whatever reason. I even asked my brother if he wanted it, but I never got any response. I don't know. I don't know. I'm having a dental thing happen very soon, and I'm going to be missing 2 teeth. I'm missing a little bit of this one already, and I didn't say anything, but you can definitely tell. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to have to get the whole bottom here fixed, and because that's a denture, and these are real here, but the rest isn't, and I'm going to have to get that fixed, and I have to... I feel old when I say this kind of stuff, but like, how do you guys manage with this shit? I'm gonna need new glasses because I have cataracts. Just, you know, okay. I look in the mirror and in my mind, I feel like I'm in my 30s, so I'm like, I'm good. I don't need no cataract surgery. What are you talking about? And then my mom, who's like 83 coming, and in June, and she just had eye surgery, and then she's had a lump. My poor mama, she's had like surgeries about the breast cancer stuff throughout her life, and like I said, she's going for another one just like in the end of May, so right at the end of this month. And I don't know how, but I would love to get there to go to Toronto, but I can't afford $200 for the train. But I remember one time Robert Q took they took me $65 each. That's almost worth it to go and to just go in a vehicle that picks you right up at your door, and then you go straight somewhere. I don't know if they still do that or not, but it'd be great. I mean, maybe they only do it for people that are flying someplace. I'm not sure, but I have to check it out. But anyways, the train will be $200, and I just can't afford that. I wish I could, but I gotta pay for my doggy and her food. I give her raw food, and my neighbors were like, you shouldn't give her raw food. It's not good for her. But then my vet's like, no, raw food's the best for her. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I think I'm going to listen to the vet. Not that I don't love my neighbors, because I do. It's just that I was like, I can't really change her diet now, people. You know, she's on the raw diet, and she's doing really well. And she's actually a pretty happy dog. Every now and then, though, she gets all weird. She'll go in, everybody, I know they call it the zoomies, but with her, she gets the zoomies, and then she'll come and bite you, like chunk hard on your skin, like a place like that where it really, really hurts, or the inside of or the outside of your thigh or somewhere, and she knows it, and she's growling, and I go, argh, and she just bites me, and I'm like, and my neighbor's like, that's not, Goldens don't do that. I'm like, oh, I don't know how that happened, but this is what the kind of dog I got. And I've never had a dog growl at me before like that, so it kind of breaks your heart a bit, really. It does. But yes, so yes, my mom's having surgery. She's 83 almost. I'm like, what? But, you know, knowing my sisters are coming, and my sister in Toronto and my sister from Florida, I'd love to see them all, though. But anyways, we might end up only having a Zoom call, but we'll do that at least, right? Like, I gotta be able to see everybody. Yeah, I'm a couple hours away in a different city, so it's a little different. But anywho, and my sisters too. But, yeah, it is what it is. But, you know, like I said, the one thing, like I said, that was bugging me before was this World Health Organization, because they're going to basically say, you can't drive cars because they'll outlaw gas. Like, they're like, oh, it's bad for the environment, bad for the environment. Meanwhile, if they phase it out properly and integrate an actual plan of either free energy, because it's fucking out there. You know it's out there. Everybody knows it's out there. And they're like, no, we're just not going to give it to you. But, you know, like, do something for the environment. I don't know. And nobody does anything for the environment, like cleaning the ocean. Why don't they clean the goddamn ocean? Those bloody orcas are beaching themselves because they've got no oxygen. Like, people are dumping their shit from their cruise ships into our waterways, and then we wonder, why is our wildlife dying in the ocean? I don't know. And I love dolphins, and I love orcas and stuff like that too. I wouldn't jump in a tank with an orca, but I would love to see an orca, but I wouldn't want to see one in a tank, to be honest. When I was growing up, we went to this place called Flipper Sea School. I loved it there. There was the people that was running the place, and you'd have to go around this big, huge fence, and I was like 9, something like that. Maybe even younger, maybe 7 or 8. 9 at the tops, anyways. But I would walk around, and it was all beach, and the rest of it was this big pen, but it was a water or an ocean pen where the dolphins could swim in, and they could leave. But they would swim in, and they would do stuff, and they would get fish, and they would do the tricks and stuff like that. So it was really different than like a sea park. This was like a sea ocean view. And you know what I always thought would be really cool is sinking down something that's very thick, of course. Like I was going to say acrylic, but I don't even know if that would work. But you have to get something so you can visually see the sharks all around you, or the orcas or whatever. And that to me would be amazing, as long as you're not getting hurt. Like, I don't think a cage is a good idea, because there's cages that have been breached before, and you don't want to get it breached by a great white and a tiger shark. They're vicious. I don't know. Anyways, but I just think it would be neat to go down in like a tank that was, you know, pressurized or whatever, but like a plexiglass cube, and you could just sit there and look at the ocean and check out all the fish and see what's going on down there. Like, I don't know. If they can put men on the moon, which I'm still not sure if I'm convinced about this now, because I've seen so many flaws in the videos, it doesn't make sense. Anyways, but, okay, so I'm just worried about our world. Like I keep saying, I'm worried about our world. But in our politics in Canada, it's, you wouldn't believe it. It's like they're sitting in Parliament, and they're like, well, when I was in your job as the deputy, blah, 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 I did this, this, and this. And the other like, well, yeah, well, us Liberals did blah, 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 blah. And then the NDPs are like, well, we side with the... It's just fucking... it's tit for tat in, you know, on a big scale, but it's our politics. I think politics needs to be scaled back. I think that politicians got too big and too fat and too rich, especially the fucking Trudeau. Oh my god. Yep. I'm not sure why. There's different figures online. The last thing that I found out, sorry, don't mind that dog chewing the thing again. Last thing I found out, he was supposed to be worth $450 million now, but he came into being prime minister. I say that with air quotes because he's prime fucking something, but it isn't rib or roast. It's prime asshole. Oops. Oops. I might get demonetized. I got no monetization. Are you joking me? Who would? Be like, she's gonna say the F-bomb. Fuck her, man. She's gonna ruin our brand. I don't care. Anyways, so I've got all these ideas, and I like to share them with you guys, and please give me comments and you know, like suggestions even for what kind of videos you would like me to do. I like to do some cooking ones, but I always end up finishing and then not doing the end of the video where you can see the food. We're just like done eating it. It's like you watch me cook. There's my dirty plate. It was delicious. So I gotta get better about doing those videos. So I'm like, here's the plate, here's what it looks like, and there's the empty plate, because it was so good. Because, yeah, I learned how to cook from a lot of different people. My mom, she used to make these Raisin Bran muffins that were so good. You have to have like a lump of butter on it, though. Yeah. But, you know, and so many things. My mom could cook everything. Like French onion soup. She can make beef bourguignon, which, oh my god, I haven't had them forever and ever and ever and ever. That brings me to my other point. If they join places like WHO or WEF, World Economic Forum, which is Klaus Schwab, they're going to say no red meat. They're going to outlaw having cows. Using cows for any reason would be methane. That's what they're going to say. So they're going to take away a food source for us. And then what? Is this why the people have been coming from other planets going, we got to get a cattle carcass so that we can make cattle again, because they went extinct because these fucking morons in 2024 decided there should be no more cows. Like, don't fuck with nature. Like, why do you gotta fuck with nature? Everybody's been doing agriculture for like a long, long time, like probably thousands of years for all I would know. I mean, and who knows? Like, how do we know that anything that they tell us is even the truth? I saw this other thing just recently where they found this in a coal mine that's, like, they said millions of years old. And then they went down in this one shaft, and in this shaft was this big, humongous screw-type wrench thing that you would only get in our time and would never ever in a million years, literally, be in that coal chute or that one compacted area that they know for a fact because they carbon dated it, and everything around it is like a million years old or something. I'm paraphrasing. I'm sorry, I don't pay specific details, but sometimes I get it. But like, that's amazing. And then there's that there's the Antikythera mechanism, which is that thing they found in Antikythera, which is, I think, Greece. And it was a mechanism, looks like something that they would use for navigating on a ship, perhaps. Ugh, sorry, but dry. I must have a little sip of my drinky boo. They're probably putting something in the water. They're like, damn, they won't drink that tap water anymore. Because it smells like rotten eggs. What's going on with that? Oh, and he wants to give away money that you've earned at the end of your life when you need it, and that's when you're retiring and stuff. And they're like, just sell your house and give most of the profits to the government because that was your capital gains. And now you should share that with the younger generation under you and help them buy houses. Meanwhile, they don't really want houses, and if they do, they're willing to work for them. You know, like everybody has their dues that they pay, and Justin Trudeau just seems like such a communist because he wants to say he's doing stuff like a school breakfast program or a lunch program. What that really means is the government is now involved in feeding your child, and to me, that should never be, because they should never have that kind of integration with your child. It's bad enough you have them educated and they're full of all their stupid gender studies, critical race, all this shit that I don't want them even teaching our children. And they're doing whatever the fuck they want. They're putting in flagrantly trans teachers, and the trans teachers are like, I enjoy mixing the kids up. I like it when they don't know who I am or what I am. And then they want to bring that kind of stuff up to little kids, too. Like, I don't know. In grade 8, apparently, because I was just looking at this paper that my grandson brought home. In grade 8, they apparently want to talk about this gender stuff. And so by then, maybe I'll be okay with it. But in some places in the world, they're talking about it when your kids are 6 and 7 and 8. And not only that, then there's these, you know, like, drag queen story hours or, like, the Pride Parade. There's things I don't understand about the world. Like, what are you so fucking proud of? Why don't we have a straight parade, I meant to say. For, you know what I mean? Like, will we really have a parade because of who we have sex with? Like, that's what my point is, though. Like, you have a whole month about your groins. Like, is it... I don't know. I don't care who you fought. Nobody cares who you fought. Nobody cares. But keep it to yourself. Like, have some modesty. These people are running around the world naked and, you know, stuffing their butts. And people are like, ah, look at them. And throwing beads and showing tits. And just, I don't know. It's just debauchery on every level. And I just try to... dog. She's like, I need to beat the fuck out of this toy right now, mama. I only have so much time I can do these videos too. I don't know. Anyways, but I'm just wanting you guys to know that he's gonna sign it, and it's gonna mean bad stuff for us. And then this whole the World Economic Forum, that's gonna be bad too. They're saying they want to phase out gas cars, right? Well, then what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get stuff from A to B, food? You're gonna inhibit our food, you know, availability, which is gonna kill people. There'll be a famine. It'll be a caused famine. Just like when I say this has been led by the guys that are in charge, or the people in charge, whatever. they have done this on purpose. There's no way that you tank a country in 8 years and not know that you've done it. There's no way Biden was tanking the United States and not knowing he was doing it. Like, everything that was good, they ripped apart. Everything here that was good, they ripped apart. I mean, there was a couple of things the liberals did that was great. Like legalizing marijuana was great because there's so many people that use it for pain, and I'm one of them. And one thing that I don't understand is everybody else gets their stuff paid for. Well, then maybe they should pay for my migraine medicine, because that's like $100 for 6 pills. And maybe they should pay for my pain medicine, which is the I take the tablets, I do the puffs, I do the what do you call it, the vape, and I also smoke joints sometimes. And that's my, it depends on if I'm not feeling well, how I'm not feeling well and what will help, kind of thing. And also it's for anxiety for me too. But like, because I'm not obviously anxious about anything, not about our world. Oh, do. But like there was things that certain parties did when they came into power that were good, other things that were done before that weren't, and then they correct. Like it's always a learning curve with that. But with me, Trudeau has been here way too long. He's worn out his welcome. Nobody likes him, and he's still trying to implement stuff with the World Economic Forum and WHO before he gets out of office. Like, and Jagmeet Singh should have called an election. Like, the only reason he's not, because he's trying to get everybody in the cabinet a greater pension, more pension. You already got a huge raise. Like, what more money do you want? These people are living on like hundreds of $1,000s, like when they're old and gray. I'll be living on like whatever I have. Like, there's people that are probably eating tuna, like making the can stretch for 2 days, or eating cat food, for fuck's sakes. Rent is crazy. And like Paul Revere said the other day, like when he was the housing minister, at least rent was $900 for a 1-bedroom. Now it's $1,900 for a 1-bedroom. And try getting a freaking place in Toronto. You're on a wait list, baby, and that's it, that's all. Then we've got the people that have come into our country, and for some reason they get put on the list before the people that were on the wait list. There's people that are homeless on the wait list, but they get those things first when they come in as migrants. They're not even citizens yet. They haven't vowed to be Canadian. And to me, that means something. Because when you come here, yes, you might come here from Iraq, Iran, Palestine, Israel, wherever. If you're seeking asylum and you come here, this becomes your country. Your culture is still your culture. But you don't get to rub everything that you believe in our faces. If you believe in Palestine being a single state and all by itself, that's great. And I think that they should too. I think that they should split and everybody should be happy, and Israel on one side, Palestine on the other. But it just doesn't seem like they really want that. Like, I think they've been offered peace a million times, and they choose war, and they choose terrorism, and they choose Hamas. And you can't link yourself with terrorists, because then you become a terrorist. And your complicity is, you're just as bad as they are. And like I said on my other video, which I hate, but there's people that would strap bombs to their kids, and there's people that wouldn't. And I'm sorry to say, but the Palestinians are a little more bloodthirsty than the Israelis. And I'm actually worried about the anti-Semitism going on here, even in London. We've had people spray painting signs, and just, it's graffiti and stuff, but it's over Palestinian things and stuff. Like, I don't care where somebody comes from. I just think that they should integrate and be part of Canada. And then remember that they're not going to turn Canada into their religion. But Islamic people are coming here, people that are from Islam, and or Muslims their religion is Islam. It just basically, they feel like they can overhaul our whole society, that they can instill people in politics that will make better decisions towards their Sharia law, which was what they had in their country before they came here, but that they left because it was oppressive. So you left, it was oppressive, but you want to come here and make our lives, our whole peaceful, beautiful, free, lovely country, you want to oppress everybody. No. No, you're not going to do that. That's not fair. And I don't know how there's people all over the world that are allowing Palestinians to run the show. It should be an equal voice for both. That's not fair when you only back one side. And I hate that there's Palestinian kids getting hurt and Palestinian people getting hurt. And I hate that it happens on the Israeli side too. I don't want anybody getting hurt. But there's also reasons why people do things, and they're not always good. And I just feel like Benjamin Netanyahu, he kind of has his back up against the wall. The rest of the world is like, you better do this, you better, And then there's other countries, like I said earlier in my other video, I think, that are accepting Palestine as its own state. And I hope that they do that, because then that will mean maybe there'll be less violence. Maybe they'll have their own land. They'll be like, here's our border, don't come past it, or we're going to shoot the fuck out of you. Better than now, which is, I'm just going to kill you now, wherever you are. Because kill, that's what they do. And I just don't understand their value of life and children and stuff. Like, they're like, well, I can have another one. That is not how we value life here. Not even a little bit. We don't think that it's okay to be like, oh, my daughter was my daughter, but then now she likes this guy and I don't approve, so now I'm going to kill her, or honor crime her. Like, there's so many things that are being brought over from other countries that we have no idea about, and we don't want any idea about. We don't want it exposed to our kids, and you don't want it exposed to your kids either. Christians and Muslims should get together against the bullshit, but the problem is the bullshit is the Islam. Like if we had them together, like, why can't we just be friends, kind of thing? Why can't we be friends? I just don't understand why it has to be death, destruction, chaos, ruin, no food, starvation, like that. In this day and age, when there's such plentiful amounts of food and stuff like that, and another thing is, why are they talking about how the soil is being eroded in the world and all these, like, they were saying it, and then they stopped saying it, and they stopped having commercials about it and stuff. It's just kind of bizarre. All right, I gotta go. My file's gone. It's done. Bye. My time's up. I gotta go. Bye.